You know what? I'm going to give this to you. Would you just take this from me? I'll let you know when I need it again. Thank you so much. See, girls, we're sticking for each other. Hi, everyone. I got married recently, as some of you know. That's right. Instead of going to college, I developed a marketable skill. I did not get these rocks giving substandard blowjobs, just what I'm saying. Mostly I'm glad to be done dating. Dating at my age is rough. You know it is. You know how hard it is to find a guy my age whose dick works and he can drive at night? It's tough. In my neighborhood, I'm known as the cool grandma. We got any cool grandmas in the house? Yeah. That's what they call me. I guess I am. You know, I sail and I paint. I do yoga. I travel. I have a great social life, and so that makes me the cool grandma. You know how I have time and money to do all that? I don't have any goddamn grandkids. Little shits really suck up your time, is what I'm saying. They do. Y'all have bologna in great big jars here. I've lived here for 2 years. I'm afraid to ask how you eat it. Who said we fry it? You fry it? In some parts of the country, that cuisine is known as prison food. Coming from California, where guns are a big issue and ammunition is very restricted, like many of you, I own legal weapons, and I am a gun owner, and I couldn't wait to go to a gun shop because ammunition is easier to get, and I heard larger clips are legal here in Michigan, so I was pretty excited. And so my husband and I went into a gun shop, and coming from the LA area, it was every Michigan stereotype I ever had just come to life. It was the clerk had a big beer belly and a torn camo t-shirt, hat with ear flaps, you know, chewing tobacco, you know the type, right? And then her husband came over. I wasn't going to talk about this tonight, but I got to blow off some steam. I've got a shitty neighbor. Anybody got a shitty neighbor? Oh, are you her neighbor? Is that what's going on? Man, I got the worst neighbor. She's so irresponsible. I have dogs. I have 2 golden doodles. I love my dogs. They're wonderful. They're stupid, but they're wonderful dogs. But I'm responsible with them. I watch them. I take care of them. I make sure they do their business where they're supposed to do their business. Our neighbor, Miller Lite Jen, we call her. Her dog poops in my yard every day. I'm pretty easygoing. This should not be a big deal for me. But it's a huge dog. And I have a picture window in my house on the lake, and this is where my office is. I work there every day. And every day I begin to notice a pattern. The dog comes square in front of my window at the same time every morning while I'm having my coffee and looks me right in the eye. He's making eye contact before he dumps a load. Every day. And then a few days ago, I noticed he's looking straight at me and he's got a boner. And he's smiling. And I realized this isn't about poop. This is about power. I'm being Louis C.K'd by a Doberman. That's what's going on here. So, you know, I'm a nice person. I really don't get flapped up about things, but I'd had all I could take. So Saturday morning, yesterday, I gathered up all the dog poop in a Meyer bag. That's what you all call plastic bags here. Any plastic bags, a Meyer bag. I'm learning. I gathered up the poop in a Meyer bag. And I went over to her house, because I knew she was gone. I knew she was gone. I took the poop over to her house and fucked her husband. sure you'll be reading about that in the paper soon. So, aging is tough. You know, my hands have started to ache. Anybody else having this? Older people, suddenly they're stiff, and man, yikes, they hurt. I was at the doctor for my physical, and he gave me some cream, you know, for the arthritis, and he said, by the way, it might also spice up our sex life a little bit. I had my full attention. So I took it home to my husband, and well, I don't know you that well. I'm not going to give a lot of details, but we were up all night with that cream. Let me tell you, I used my mouth, he used his hand. We even, you know, tried the butt a little bit. Didn't matter what we did, we could not get the lid off that goddamn jar. When I'm not performing, I'm just a housewife. I love being a housewife. I'm just an everyday, ordinary housewife. I love being married. I love it, love it, love it. I have done it, I don't know how many times. One of my practice husbands was Mexican. And you know, back in the day, that was kind of a big deal. I come from a very, very white bread, conservative Pentecostal family. You know the Pentecostals, we're the women with the super tall hair. Closer to Jesus. And this weird, interesting prayer hierarchy. You know, if it be thy will and my husband says it's okay, amen. So I had to tell my sister, Charity, Hope, Faith. Yeah, it's just one word, we're Pentecostal. I had to tell my sister, Charity, Hope, Faith, I was bringing home a Mexican boy. This is, 35, 40 years ago. And she got all worked up, she kind of started, her eyes rolled back in her head. She started speaking in tongues. She laid hands on me and she says, oh, Shari, you need Jesus. Which worked out great because that was his name. Anyway, he was a terrible husband. He was a serial philanderer. He eventually died, of the big C. Oh, chlamydia. I didn't know you could die of that either. Turns out you can if you give it to my cousin, Big Mimi. One of the things we struggle with as comics is talking about our kids, There's kind of has to be sacrosanct. You don't tell jokes about your kids and bring their personal lives into your comedy. My daughter Madeline got dumped. I want to tell you all about it.
Squeeze it.
Yeah, you wish. Will that get it up? So Madeline got dumped, not in a good way, not in a, I respect you, this has been a wonderful experience, we can still be friends. She got dumped with a text. And, as a mother, right, all my protective instincts just come right to the forefront. But as a human being and as a mother also, it's my job to bring hope to a bad situation. I'm not going to name names, but his initials are Josh Nakowitz. Nakowitz. And he broke my daughter's heart badly. But I do want to bring hope, even to a bad situation. I want everyone to heal. So I wrote a song of hope for the boy who broke my daughter's heart. A song of hope for Josh Nakowitz. And I'll close with a song of hope. I hope your dick falls off. Hope your dick falls off. Hope it gets red and then sore and then whoop on the floor. Falls off. Hope your balls turn black. Hope you take a Louisville Slugger straight to the sack. When your junk is oozing, just think of what you're losing. I hope there's nothing to hold when you turn your head and cough. Hope your dick falls off. I really mean it. Hope your dick falls off. I'm Shari Savage. Thank you.